This is WPTV, William Patterson Television.
Welcome back to the desk. We are now in April, and the madness of March is still hot as we've reached the Final Four. Here to tell us about it is our resident college basketball enthusiast, Matt Goldman, Bijan, Pulley, JJ Woodards, and Matt Jinks. Last Saturday night, the Florida Gators faced off against the Texas Red Raiders in the Elite Eight for the West Region title. Goldie, take us through their highlights.
That was one heck of a game. It starts off with Florida being down 6, and Walter Clayton finds Alex Condon in the top of the key, and Florida delivers their first points of the game. Now, Will Richard finds Thomas Howe on the wing to give the Gators their first lead of the game. And look at that three. Bang! Clank. Now it's in. Now Walter Clayton passes it to Thomas Howe. Down low, but it's blocked by JT Toppin. Now Walter Clayton pokes it free from Kevin Overton. Thomas Howe recovers it, and it's yam time! Now, Walter Clayton attacking the basket, contested layup, and hits good. Gators by 3, Elijah Hawkins. A pick and pop with JT Toppin in the top of the 3. It is good. Now JT Toppin attempts a floater, and the ball is going all over the place. Elijah Martin, the man to recover it, and it's yam time for Martin. Tech now up 6. Federico misses it, but Overton gets the rebound. And another basket for the Red Raiders. Now Christian Anderson finds Federico an alley-oop and a double-digit read for the Red Raiders. Now Will Richard Eurosteps to cut the lead down to double digits with under 3 minutes left. Howe, 3, it's good. Now Walter Clayton to Martin. Martin back to Howe. Howe with the 3. And it's an explosion down for the Gainesville Florida Gators. Now Clayton, step back, it's good. And it's a tied game. Now Clayton backs out. Another 3. Ice in his veins for Walter Clayton. And that's the dagger. That's never going to come back for the Red Raiders, and the Gators advance to the Final Four.
Yeah, the Gators are making a real case after this Final Four appearance that they can go to the championship game. JJ, I'll go to you. What prompted the Gators' late game comeback?
Before I answer the question.
Oh, yeah, baby. Gator
time. But I'm going to just say they kept on fighting. This team was down by 9 with 3:14 left to go. They could have just packed it in and said, all right, fellas, we had a good season. They're just better than us right now this game. But they didn't do that. They kept on fighting. Big shot right there from Walter Clayton. Big shot from Tom Hughes, for Tyler Hughes. It was just great basketball all around.
Bijan?
I got to go with Thomas Howe. Down the stretch, it felt like he was making those big-time plays, whether, like we just saw, those 2 shots he made from deep on the catch on the left and right wings, or making the right rotation defensively, or making the right pass that maybe he not got the assist, but the pass he made eventually led to a made shot. Or securing a defensive rebound, keeping a good offensive rebounding Texas Tech team off the glass. When they needed big plays, Thomas Howe came through.
Jinx, I know you had the Florida Gators going all the way to win this thing. Talk to me about what prompted the late game comeback.
It was all Walter Clayton. He had his biggest game of the season, putting up 30. He shot 50 from the field and 37.5 from the three-point line. He had that big shot that tied the game, and then that big 3 to take the lead right away with under 2 minutes left. What a performance from the All-American guard.
Goalie, finish it off with this question.
I wasn't shown the highlight call, but they got to the line at a very well rate. 25 for 27 at the line. Walter Clayton went 13 for 14. If they missed any of those free throws, let's say Elijah Martin or Will Richard missed a free throw or 2, this game could be a different story. So, definitely a big point emphasis for the Gators.
Since the NCAA tournament started, over 1,000 players have entered the transfer portal. Goalie, I'll go to you here. What player that has entered the portal has caught your eye?
Donovan Dent for New Mexico. He transfers to UCLA, and he was 8th in the nation in points, 12th in the nation for assists, shot the 3-ball at a 41% rate. Once JT Toppin left New Mexico last year to go to Texas Tech, as we just saw, Donovan Dent finally took that next step. He shares a backcourt now with Sky Clarke and Trent Perry. He has Mick Cronin as a head coach. It's going to be interesting to see what Donovan Dent brings to Big Ten basketball, and not to mention he's a California native as well.
JJ, what player are you going to highlight today?
I'm going to go with Elliot Kadu. Now, Elliot Kadu, former guard out of North Carolina, now on the Michigan Wolverines now. He averaged 9 points this year, 6 assists, and shot the ball over 44%. Now, Elliot Kadu is a shifty guard, has great finishing, does need to get better at shooting the ball. Only shot the ball 33% from three-point line and only 67% from the free throw line as a guard. Has to shoot better there. But he's going to help this Wolverine team maybe go farther than they did in the tournament this year.
Bijan, who are you talking about?
I got to go with Jacoby Gillespie from Maryland. Now, he's still undecided on where he's going to go, but whoever gets him is getting a great player. He's shown consistently the ability to get better, even with him transferring from Belmont to a Power 5 school in Maryland this past season. At Belmont, averaging 17 points a game on 45, 40, 86 splits as a sophomore, to this past season at Maryland, averaging 14 points a game on 45, 40, 86 splits. He's a great shooter off the catch, on the move, and off the dribble. He plays with great patience in the pick and roll and knows when to be decisive and when to make the right play. And a team who needs a guard with experience who can play well on the ball and off the ball is getting a great guard in Gillespie.
Jinxie, I know who you're talking about, but talking about the Johnny's player.
I got to talk about R.J. Lewis transferring from St. John's. He won Big East Player of the Year, averaged over 18 points and 7 rebounds a game. A big reason he's transferring is because he got benched in that Arkansas game. But he is from Miami, so we might see him go down south.
All I would say is he deserved to get benched. That's all I'm going to say.
Big
It's
facts.
still a big
That's all I'm going to say.
controversy though, because I don't think he deserved
3
it.
for 7 and 3 for 17, and what was he doing?
Nothing.
Big East Player of the Year.
Doesn't matter in that game. Are you making your shots?
With Duke, Houston, Auburn, and Florida all punching their tickets to the Final Four, there have been many players that have played their tails off this postseason. Jinx, who has been an unsung hero?
Gotta go with Thomas Howe. Without him, Florida might have lost to UConn in the second round. He had 53 points in that game, 30 rebounds, 12 assists, and shooting at a 42% rate. How is it? So many clutch shots this tournament, and his draft stock has skyrocketed since the beginning of the tournament.
Goldie, who's been an unsung hero for you?
Auburn's a very veteran-savvy team, but Tahad Pettiford has stepped up, and I think he's honestly their second-best player. He's been phenomenal this year. 69 points in the tournament so far, along with 14 assists, shooting the ball just under 47% from the field and just above 36% from the three-point line. He had 23 against Creighton, 20 against Michigan. Without Pettiford, Auburn's off to slow starts. When they're down early, Pettiford comes in off the bench. He's a spark plug and gets them up late. So definitely a big, big thing for the freshman.
JJ, I know where you're going with. You got the Duke colors on it, but talk to me about your player.
Honestly, I could go with probably any Duke player, but I went with Con Knipple. He's averaging 50. He has 59 points in the tournament this year, 13 assists, shooting 53%, and this is the stat right here, shooting over 53% from the three-point line. Con Knipple is absolutely this Duke's unsung hero. When Cooper Flagg's not scoring, when Tyrese Proctor's not scoring, Con Knipple is the guy they go to, and he delivers time after time.
From one Duke player to another, Bijan, talk to me about you guy.
Well, let's stay on the Blue Devils. I got to go with my guy, Tyrese Proctor. He has been on an absolute heater in the tournament. During the tournament so far, he has 68 points and 12 assists, while his shooting splits have been phenomenal, shooting 67% from the field and 64% from deep on 6 attempts a game. His shooting has opened up driving gaps for guys like Flagg and Zion James to attack. Not to mention defensively, he's been good at the point of attack while defending point guards, 2 small forwards. Honestly, when I watch him, he reminds me a lot of Derek White.
Fellas, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Bijan, I'll go to you first. Who is taking home the championship this year?
Well, I got to go with them Gators. They have been phenomenal. They have been battle-tested against good teams and still found a way to win, like against UConn and against Texas Tech. In both those games, UConn and Texas Tech had control of it for a majority of it, but Florida found a way down the stretch to win when it looked like they were dead in the water. This team is deep. They have 5 guys averaging double figures. Their worst shooter, Alex Condon, still shooting 34%. And defensively, they're almost never out of place. And Walter Clayton, he's one of the best guards in the nation, and guards like him helps you win in March.
Jinxie, who you got?
I also got to go with the Florida Gators. I'm going to stick with my pick from the beginning of the tournament. They have talent all over the court with Walter Clayton, Elijah Martin, Will Richard, or Thomas Howe. They came into the tournament red hot after winning the SEC tournament, and if they stay out of foul trouble, I think they'll take the title.
Goldie, we got 2 Florida picks. Where you going?
You know what? I'm just kidding. I'm not picking Florida. I'm
You
picking
scared
Duke.
me there for a minute.
I've never wanted to pick a team led by a ton of freshmen, but Duke is just something different. What more can you say about Cooper Flagg? He is phenomenal. He's the best player in college basketball. He's going to come home with the Wooden Award. No doubt about that. And then you have Con Knipple, Tyrese Proctor, Zion James, Malak, the big man. I mean, it's just insane how much they're really doing with so little experience in the tournament. John Shire has done a phenomenal job stepping in for Coach K, and he's in year 3 or 4, I believe now. It's been a massive task. I got to pick the Blue Devils here.
JJ, where you going? Who you got?
Matt's right. It's Duke. Duke's been the best team in the tournament this year. Now I get the Florida pick. Florida, they are good, but they're not as deep as Duke are. As Goldie said, this team has Con Knipple. They have Tyrese Proctor, Caleb Foster off the bench, Isaiah Evans off the bench. This team is deep, and they've been the best team in the tournament all year.
Mason Gillis, too.
They're going home with it. They are going home with the title.
Before we wrap up, gentlemen, I'll make my pick. I will go with the Houston Cougars to win it all. I mean, it's an even split here on the desk, so I'm just going to break it up. Talk about Houston. Let's go Houston.
I'm sorry to break your heart, Coop, but they don't win anything.
You're probably right on that one, but I'm just making that
It's not happening, man.
statement. I don't know.
That'll
Do it for our March Madness coverage this spring. We all hoping that this will be the best Final Four in the recent memory. We're going to send it over to the hardwood to talk professional hoops with Bijan and his crew next on WP Sports Desk.